Hi, this is Kathy, and this is the harmonic scenario for TF. And I'm going to look at the day chart first. That's what this is. And coming into this week, I was wanting to see how much of a retracement this bullish butterfly was going to entail. Now, in my comments, I had 1071. Well, the actual ideal minimum retracement target was 1068.4, and price has currently breached that while invalidating this bear cross. We don't have a bullish cross, but it has, for the meantime, for the current moments, it has invalidated this bear cross. And so now, momentum is saying yes, but we don't have the big buyers, okay? And so that and we're very extended, so that implies that this is running out of steam for an oomph push, and so that implies a stall or a pullback into support. Now, I would be looking for a pullback initially into this 1061.5, which is this point of the originating triangle, and then ideally this 1013.5, okay? The beginning point of the triangle. And that's what these day significant levels represent. Now, it could just chop around here and then push on and continue with the retracement. I'd like to see bigger buyers, really. I'd like to see bigger buyers pushing it. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's what it's going to have to take to continue upward. It's just it feels a lot more comfortable for the retracement mode if the buyers are on board. Okay, so initially watch for, and we do have a red dot in the STP indicator implying that this move has completed. So how much of a pullback we get is absolutely key. Okay, now let's look at the intraday perspective. So we get a better feel as to what's going on here, right? So now the intraday ideal upside target is this 1095.9. Now, if you look at the BC extensions, and let me clean this up just a minute. Okay, that looks better. All right, there is the intraday perspective is showing extended movement as well. So that also implies a stall or pullback into support. Now, I want you to notice that there is a little golden ratio zone here. Anytime you have the 38.2 and the 61.8%, you're in that golden ratio zone, right? Now that happens to correlate with the cyan colored zone. So the push above this 1073.7, but we have the STP red dot. This is going to be a very important level, okay? Whether price pulls back inside of this golden ratio zone or if it's able to hold above it. A hold above it, whether it be from here on out or after it pulls back into either 1066.6 or even the bottom of this zone 1061.7, but then pushes above it, increases the probability of completing this deep crab. Now, we're already in the BC extension arena of the deep crab, but ideally we want to see that BC extension correlate with this 1095.9. So what that tells me is this whole PRZ is really pretty large, right? From 1089.9 to 1104.6. And if price is going to get up to this upper portion of the PRZ, I would anticipate an attempt to test that monthly sword line at 1108.1. But I know that's getting ahead of the situation. What I'm looking for initially is whether price is going to hold above this golden ratio zone. And if so, I'd be watching for the initial test of 1089.9 to 1095.9 to be a snapback reaction. That's typically what happens at the beginning of a PRZ test, but how much it pulls back is absolutely crucial. If you're not familiar with harmonic patterns, just realize that as long as price holds above this 1073.8, I'm looking for that 1095.9 target, okay? And that's going to be a definite scaling point. Or if you're not in a position to be cautious about going long, okay, because it has limited upside potential according to this harmonic pattern, okay. Once price is inside this PRZ, then I'm going to look for it to break outside of it, one direction or the other. If it breaks down this 1061.7, then it risks shifting this intraday bias from up to down because it will invalidate this bull cross. And the initial pullback target is going to be this sword line, and then ideally I'd like to see this 1034.9 significant level be tested. Now that's this point of the triangle, but it also correlates with the rising 200. So again, that's a very important support test. Okie doke. All right, so that's where we are. Watch out for some chop or initial pullback, and as long as it holds above that 1061.7, more importantly above 1073.8, keeps upside bias on this intraday perspective, and I'm looking for these higher targets.